Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is a review for Snowfall Season 5, Episode 8, Celebration. If you didn't leave this episode just feeling all good inside about the performances, I just don't know what you were doing. Were you watching it right? I don't think so. I know that this is a late review. I'm so sorry. It was spring break anyway, last week for the children, and so work kind of, I was gonna get what I could get up, that's just what it is. Anyway, this was a kind of like, it felt like a filler episode, but it was some great acting. Damson did such an excellent job with his monologues. It was just great. Let's get into it. Gustavo and Teddy Reed, they meet up with Louie. Louie is the one who paged them to meet. She want to buy from him directly. Of course, does Franklin know about it? Nope, he don't know nothing about it. She was going to go with the Colombians, but it's better to go with the devil you know? Sissy is having a coffee date with the guy, and he's asking, about the recording. Sissy said her son is not an option. She will not record him. Teddy and the CIA are the problem, and that's what we here for. He says Franklin is the answer. If we can't go through Franklin, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we're going to have to back out of this completely if you continue to refuse. She tells him there's going to be a wedding, and a few business associates will be there, and so that would be the perfect time to listen around, listen to the conversations that may be had around there. It's going to be happening next month, and he just says he wants to know everything he needs to know about the event. Kane and the homies, they at the bar, and they get a visitor. Visitor is girlfriend. Girlfriend done rolled up on Kane like, listen, I'm pregnant. Franklin, my man. I just thought I'd let you know. Am I safe? I mean, he said we good, but are we good? And he like, now, we good. Like, I guess he's impressed with how she done, rolled up on him. So cavalier. She ain't scared at all. She is not scared. For somebody that's scared for her safety, you can't possibly be this scared. You done walked up on him. It's something with this lady. I'm telling y'all. Something with her. Jerome and Louie, they talking about the wedding, wedding planning. She tells him that she talked to Teddy, so she's got the ball rolling on that. Jerome, he in a sticky place because that's his blood. He like, I ain't trying to go to war with my blood. Now that's my blood. I ain't trying to do all that. The backlash from all this, I don't know. Franklin gonna be pissed. He is going to be upset, mad as hell. Louie says, Louie, I love Louie, but I didn't like this. Don't put Jerome in this type of situation. Like, you putting him in the middle, and it don't have to be. It don't have to be. Find your own connect. Go to the Colombians. Why go there? Why go to Teddy Reed? Go to the Colombians. You like, she wants to break away, but then she does shit like this, and it's like betrayal. The betrayal. Anyway, it's wedding day, and Avi is there. Gustavo and his wife is there. The people in there. The people that Sissy's working with, they're in their van listening in to everything happen. Stacy is even there. I'm like, who invited Stacy? Stacy's there. And he's over there at the fondue station. And I'm just thinking, what is he over there doing? Because Stacy's crazy. Stacy's crazy. But anyway, it's some girl over there. She worked there. And he asked about it, and she said she gonna pass out the fondue, the chocolate covered strawberries to everybody. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. We will revisit that. Okay. The nuptials happen, and of course, now we're husband and wife. Hooray! While the party is going on, not only is Jerome and Louie's photographer taking pictures, but so are Sissy's people. They taking pictures as well. Just getting pictures of Jerome, Ivy, everybody. And we still don't know what intelligence agency that they are, but they gonna get them. They gonna get them. It's finna go down. They keep highlighting the strawberries, of course, being being passed around, so it began to be obvious to me that something is up with strawberries. Especially after Stacy was over there. I'm like, he done put something in these damn strawberries for sure. Franklin and girlfriend are talking. She's a buzzkill per usual. It's always, all right, I'm gonna go, Franklin. I'm gonna get ready to go. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go. And he's always got to coddle and, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right? Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm gonna get ready to go. I'm tired. Go home then, girl, please. Just go. Just go. We partying here. It's a wedding. And you in this damper mood all the time. I'm just so distraught and depressed all the time. She's so, like, she too zenned out. I just, anyway, she take her ass home. And Franklin started feeling a little weird, feeling a little woozy, And at first I was like, the strawberries got a little edible. They're a little edible. No, it's more than that. It's acid. We just gonna go on and say it's acid. Stacy done put LSD in the chocolate. Done got everybody high. Everybody. Wanda walks up, and Franklin asked her to manage some properties. He pick her up and swing her around. She looking like, the hell going on with him? It's obvious that Franklin is high because he out just giving promotions. I mean, kissed her on the forehead and everything. He's in that stage of the LSD of his trip, I should say. When he gets to the table with Sissy, he start hallucinating. He done seen a rabbit run across the table. He's just high as hell. Some friends of Jerome and Louie are there, and Sissy, she's gonna ask questions because she's bugged, wired, and she's gonna start asking questions or whatever. They just say that they work for Jerome and Louie. They from Little Rock. Everybody high off the fondue. Everybody. Franklin running around. He runs into Stacy. And Stacy know what's going down. Stacy just tells him, on his way out, tell Louie and Jerome to enjoy their wedding present. Oh, you done got everybody high. Just gonna get them high and leave. Anyway, Franklin tweaking. He runs into Ivy. Then Leon. A lot of running around out there. He ends up running into this inside the building, and he's hallucinating, and he ends up seeing white boy Rob. He's hallucinating and sees him, and he feels like white boy Rob pulls out this gun and shoots him. He wakes up feeling like he's shot. Sissy woke him up because she high too, but she running around looking for him. And she runs into, she thinks she sees Alton. She out there hallucinating as well because she thinks she sees Alton, and she's gonna run after him and ends up running into Jerome, and they hugging and talking or whatever. It's chaos. I don't even know how to review this because it was so much back and forth. Everybody was high as hell. So that I don't keep having to do this back and forth, because Sissy gets really high and she runs into Leon, and then she and Leon have to have a talk, and Leon has to calm her down because she's paranoid. It's all bad, guys. It's all bad. I guess that's what he wanted. Chaos. Stacy is still mad. He's still mad about his baby and his girl. And so I think that this was a little bit of get back. Jerome and Louie, however, they enjoying their trip. They enjoying their trip. They ain't having no problems. It's all good with them. Some of the guests are starting to realize that that they've been drugged. Everybody like, shit. But don't nobody go home. They partied all night. Sissy ends up finding Franklin in the bathroom, and she's, telling him that he's been, drugged or whatever. And of course he flips because Franklin is clean and sober. He don't do no drugs. She's talking with him, and she starts talking to him about Alton, and she looks, distraught, and he's like, "What's wrong, mama?" And she says, "I have a son that..." She goes in. "I have a son that would rather protect a white man than his family. I have a son that's this and that's that." She starts to go in, and he's like, "Mama, no, okay, mama. Don't get me any tongue. And she's like, and I was too, just completely shook. I'm like, a little bit of Alton came out of him with that one. I know that's how Alton was around there talking to Sissy. You know, he was very much old school. Very much. I'm sure he said that a time or two, which is why it shook her so badly. Anyway, he runs and locks himself in the bathroom, and she runs out. Coffee Date is posing as a waiter, and she just run up on him. She run up on him, and, you know, like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. I call it off. Call it off. And he's like, ¿Qué? ¿Qué, señora? ¿Qué? He don't know what he you know, he has to pretend he don't know what she's talking about and who she is, because I think Jerome was standing there as well, or Ivy. One of them was standing there too. And they had to quickly, you know, like, shoo her out of there, because, girl, now you doing too much. You're doing too much. Leon, he's the one that has to come and get Sissy and calm her down, because she's talking about, she crying, talking about she killed everybody. She did it. She killed everybody. Franklin in the bathroom with his imaginary gun pointed at whoever knocking at the door. And his girlfriend. It's really not her, because when he opens the door, girlfriend about 9 months pregnant. He has to have a whole come to Jesus with her. You know, about you ain't gonna be able to be the family man and the drug kingpin. Something has to give. You know, his trip was about confronting all his demons, and that's exactly what he did. In the end, you know, she says that he'll have to destroy everybody. He'll have to destroy them all, because to survive, they're gonna all have to betray him. I can't even get the words out, y'all. Anyway, Louis and Jerome, like I said, they're enjoying the high. And this scene was beautiful to me, because I don't know, I just loved it. They ended up giving each other, you know, well, she ended up expressing how she was thankful and appreciative of him and the man that he is in their relationship, and he, you know, as well with her. But they were both saying separate things together, like they both talking at the same time, but she's saying one thing, he's saying another, and in the end they come together with "I love you." And I was just like, who wrote this? I loved it. It was a really nice scene. Franklin. Before this, Ivy and Leon. Leon is thinking about leaving. He's trying to figure out where he can go. He's trying to get up out of the country. He's thinking about going to Africa. That's just that. And he's talking to Ivy about it. Okay, Franklin, he's still on his bad trip. He walking around in there, and I guess he walks into this room, and it's a room in his house, and he sees a picture of his family, and he presses the answering machine, and it's a message from him to Teddy Reed when they're, you know, in their first conversation, and when he first started working with him. Then we see Reed on the couch, and they sit down together, and he tells him, you know, I know what's gonna happen. You know, I know you're gonna try to kill me, and before you try to kill me, I'm gonna kill you. As simple as that. Simple as that. Then we see Teddy Reed hanging up a phone, and so Franklin had called him. I don't know what phone he used, but he had called him while he was on that trip, and Teddy Reed hangs up the phone and gets back in the car with the crazy lady, and they're outside Franklin's house. And he tells him what Franklin, he tells her what Franklin said, and she's like, okay, so what do you want to do? And so they're going to go in the house and snoop in his stuff. You know, she's all for it. Back at the wedding, the dude from Little Rock and one of the other homies, they out there fighting. Everybody is just high. Wanda has come break it up. Like, it's just the acid. Y'all going to be hurt and beat up, you know, in the morning after this. I'm going to need for y'all to just calm down. She didn't get any. She ain't high, thank God, because we do not need Wanda on a relapse. She's allergic to chocolate, so she ain't getting none of that. Thankfully, somebody's sober around there. Leon, he runs from across the room and scoops her up and hugs her and all of that and tells her he's leaving the country. He's going to Africa, and he asks her to come with him, and she's like, why you want to ask me that now? After I done got this promotion from Franklin. She about to be running properties, and now you want to go to Africa. She just walk off. Franklin, now he's having a conversation with himself. And guys, this was it. This was it. This was it. This was it. It was so intense. It was giving man in the mirror, you know. His alter ego and him, you know, going back and forth, you know, basically holding the mirror up to him like, all of this that you done, her, him, her, bodies. That was my favorite part. Can y'all tell? I'm gonna learn the entire monologue so that I can perform it for the people because it was so good. Him, her, bodies. You better act, Damson. You better act. And act is what he did. He ate. Anyway, he finally comes down from his trip and he and Leon talk, and Leon say Sissy in the backseat sleep. She all right. She was a little paranoid, but she all right. Franklin tells Leon that he's a good man. You know, he understands why he wanted to get out. I understand. You just wanted to be a better person. And, you know, he tells him, you are the better person. And he tells him that he loves him. Teddy Reed is at Franklin house taking pictures of all kind of documents. He all in his business. Crazy lady, she beeps in on the walkie-talkie trying to sweet talk and can you take me out to dinner, all of that. Because he's like, don't be chiming in on the walkie unless somebody walking up. Now, is he coming or not? And she's still trying to talk about their love life and how happy she is that he's there and how happy she is that he came to her house shot up. Girl, please. And he's like, if I tell you we can go to dinner, will you please stop getting on this walkie? And she says yes. And he says, okay, we're going to dinner. Girl, please. She's so damn corny. Anyway, the wedding, like I said, went on all night. Franklin sees Louie and Jerome dancing. He has to go cut in. And they're dancing. And he's telling her how much he loves her. And he's apologizing and all of that. He holds himself accountable for everything. And while they're dancing, Bold Cokehead Buckley and his boys are pulling up. About to do a whole raid and arrest somebody. And so, seemed to me like Louie done set Franklin up. Because she stands there and listens to everything he says. And she tells him she has to follow her own path now. Gives him a kiss on the mouth. I'm like, wait a minute, auntie. Wait a minute. But anyway. And then says to him, I'm sorry. And then we see him turn around with this stunned, confused look on his face. And this is where we end out. But Louie, if you set your nephew up, that's your ass. We coming for that ass next season. Because nope. We not doing that. And Jerome should leave your ass if he finds out that you done set his nephew up. What? That better not be what's happening, what's going on. Because, no, Auntie Louie, no. Anyway, let me get off of here. Cannot ramble. I got another video to do. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.